Good evening, everybody. I do apologize for not getting any updates out sooner. I have had a very, very, very busy weekend, so please do forgive me. But today we're going to be diving into VeChain. The ticker is VET against USDT here. I'm looking at the monthly time frame, so getting a bit more of a macro zoomed out perspective. Now you can see here for VeChain, I've got this horizontal level of support here, which was previous resistance, okay, and then in from 2000 and March 2020 you came back to the EMAs as support and you broke and smashed out of this resistance. Okay, now when you did do that, you put in this impulsive move top for VeChain back in April 2021, and what I think's happened, as I said, you've got this resistance line here. I think this resistance line was eventually back tested in an ABC, a very large drawn out C wave, and you've come back to this support on this previous resistance, and you're getting a lovely sort of rally here for the past 2 months, so to speak, for VeChain. So what you can notice, as I said, you have this A, you've got this B, and then this very long drawn out C, and potentially what you can notice within that is you've also within that, okay, so let's get that again. You've got the A, the B, the C, and then there's also waves within waves. So we also had an A, a B, a C here potentially within the actual C wave itself. So there's waves within waves if you count down, or you could have said it was some sort of Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where you've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, correction complete, and now you're looking to sort of flip the switch here. So there's many ways you can look at it, and there's waves within waves, but I do think potentially that this is the low here for VeChain, and you're falling back to this 2020 support, and this could have been a great optimal area or entry point to get involved. Now what I'm looking at here for VeChain on the week, on the monthly time frame is specifically a close above this level of resistance here, and equally the weekly 10 EMA. So this is where I think the VeChain at the moment is trying to push towards working back up to these EMAs that, you know, once you start to lose them and put the death cross in between the 10 and the 20, you met them as resistance and you put this impulsive leg down. I do believe you are starting to retrace to the 10 and potentially the monthly 20, which sits up at previous support that we then met as resistance and lost. Okay, so we could potentially be on our way back up to that point, but obviously first we do have key levels of resistance above us, and that area that I just had there, that sort of horizontal line, and the 10 EMA is a very strong area of resistance. So I would expect in the next couple of weeks that we could potentially see VeChain rally up here a further 14 or so percent, and actually come up and meet this 10 EMA, and at this point it make a decision, potentially come in for a larger sort of correction, put in some sort of higher low here for VeChain on the monthly, and then you're starting to build some sort of foundational support here, coiling up, looking for the breakout. But it's once you start to tackle above this 10 EMA and this price tag here that potentially you are starting to work towards this monthly 20. So we do need to keep an eye on that. We can potentially zoom in here to the weekly to see a little bit more about what's going on. So we can currently see, so to speak, that VeChain is running into this area of resistance, potential resistance right now, of which I do think we will meet at some point and potentially come back for support. So we are currently in a retracement back to this high, because you can see we held support here for a few months, you ran into the 20, put in a new low, and right now you're sort of working your way back up through these EMAs, trying to retrace to this high. So again, I think that provides us, what did we say that was? From current price, it's about a 14%, about a 15% move back up to this point of contact. Now, if VeChain does do something like this and we do start to see it continue a little bit more impulsively here, and you start to get a little bit further away from these EMAs, I would expect some sort of pullback to support. And if you can hold and create a bullish cross here on the 10 and the 20, I think that's absolutely amazing. And we could see VeChain, once it does take out of this local resistance point, start to retrace back to previous resistance points in the near future, of which we previously fell from. So you can see that we actually haven't had a bullish cross on the 10 and the 20 since, where was we last that we had a bullish cross, which was back here actually, so in August 2021. So we actually haven't put in a bullish cross within these two EMAs in over 546 days. So, you know, we have been ferociously in this downtrend and been under some sort of key resistance here for VeChain. Now, potentially what we could see here, if we do start to see ourselves get back above these EMAs, hold this area of support, we could see a potential long back up to this resistance line that VeChain has for itself. Now, this is where I think we could potentially have this sort of large impulsive move up to this point, and this is where you could come back for a larger correction and actually retest these lows. Okay, so if we fail if we do confirm and hold this sort of area as resistance and start to break out, this is an area of support, an area of resistance that I would like to see then this box sort of back tested for support to get your continuation and break out of this point, because then you're working up in lovely waveforms, coming up, down, back to support, turning previous resistance into support and getting your continuation out of the woods. So we do need to see that trend line broken in the near future in order to confirm, okay, potentially, you know, this area here is this sort of accumulation zone, build up over time, and once you do start to tackle this point of contact over time and break out of this trend line, I do think you're starting to flip the switch and potentially you're off to the races here for VeChain into the next coming few months to couple of years. So again, this is a very key area of resistance that we do need to break off above 284,664, 284,662. As I said, potentially you've got this large wave 1 up to that as resistance, a pullback wave 2, and then if we start to break out of this, this is where you can start seeing yourself run up to these previous points of resistance that we met in the past and actually confirm that, okay, you're sort of confirming you're in some sort of ascending triangle here, resistance, support, breakout. This is your confirmational break, and we could be in a long position at this point. If this is the low and we're going from the neckline of this resistance to the support, you can see that if VeChain does start to break out, you are actually working your way back up to higher targets. And if we do form some sort of ascending triangle and build up support over time where you're getting higher lows and you're sort of structuring out in the bottom here, you know, from the break and the confirmation above this trend line, you could be looking at a nice 80% long up into the near future. But again, we do need to see ourselves get this bullish cross on the do need to see ourselves get a bullish cross on the 10 and the 20 right here. We need to come up, sort of hold that as support and look to get the continuation and tackle out of this local high, because if we do, we'll also have another short-term target that I'd be looking for. Potentially this will give us some confidence that we are looking to break out. So from this low, from the low here in December, retracing back up to this November high, you can see that if we do start to tackle out of this this resistance point and we do sort of see VeChain come up, hold a bit of support here potentially and start to tackle out of this 1 fib, your next target is the 1272 at 33674, and if you see an impulsive move and a breakout of that 1272, we could be looking for the 1618 extension target up here again, which from current price is roughly that 68% long opportunity. So there's a bit of confluence given here, guys. Okay, if you do start to tackle out of this high and you do start to see this 1 fib broken, back hold and some sort of resistance, a hold of support and a breakout, this is where you could see that potential long up, come back for support again, and this is where the neck of the woods is getting broken and you're basically flipping the switch here for VeChain and confirming that the lows are potentially in. So what we need to see before I go, guys, what we need to see is this bullish cross on the 10 and the 20 on the monthly time frame. If you get that, that's a good indication signal to potentially go long, as long as you come back, break above, hold it as support and tackle out of this resistance. I keep saying this is very key resistance, guys. We do need to break that to see further upside, I think, and that's where we're potentially trying to run into now off of this impulsive move. So yeah, guys, if you start to come up here, hold support on these EMAs, create the bullish cross and break out, we're in for a longer ride up here, okay? And we're looking for more continuation, and that's basically my quick update for you today on VeChain. Let's say, for example, before I go, actually, we do start to sort of rally up to this resistance point, okay, and this point of contact that we're looking to retrace to, and we meet it as resistance. Where could we potentially come back for support? Well, we can get a fib on again from this level that we're potentially looking to retrace to, and if we do get up there and start coming back down, where can we look to find support for a larger impulsive move? Well, what I'm looking for here, as I said, if you start to come up to this 1 fib and get rejected at this point, okay, and rejected by this level of resistance and come back, I would be looking for this golden ratio to hold a support between the 050 and the 0618. So it wouldn't be a bad idea in my opinion, guys. You are starting to go a bit vertical here, a little bit vertical. At this point, we would come back potentially for a 30% correction, shake out the weak hands in the market. And at this point, if we did come down to that 0618 area and hold it as support, as I said, you sort of got the support, resistance, come back for a higher low, support, resistance, and you're coiling up in this lovely ascending triangle. And once you do tackle out of this high, as I said, potentially you've got fireworks here and could see that nice 80% long, I think it was, where if we break this resistance, yeah, you could be seeing that nice 80% long back up to previous support levels and retesting them as resistance that we met in the past. So yeah, guys, that's a quick update for you today. I am still looking to go long up to this point of contact here for VeChain, potentially create this bullish cross, fall back to support on the 0.618 in the golden ratio, hold that, and you, as I said, guys, you've got a low, a high, a higher low. All we need to do is tackle out of this high, put in a new high, and you can see you're sort of flipping a switch here. This is how it works: support and resistance, and you're creating a new impulsive wave for VeChain. So I hope you enjoyed the content today, guys. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Until next time, have a great evening. Take care. From Chart Nerd TA. Peace out.